Shalom Aleichem, sisters. Yeah, willing, you are still hanging in there with me. We're going to move on to our next section in the video, turning your pants into a skirt. Where we left off before, we had our fabric on the floor, and we traced out the piece that goes inside. So after you cut it out, you're going to have a triangle. Looks just like this. Front piece and back piece. Very simple. And that's going to be the part which is going to, of course, go into the sides of the pants, the middle of the pants. Now, for this step, what you are going to need is your ironing board, your iron, and some stick pins. But before we get to the pinning, I want to put your attention on what we're going to have to do with these pants. Now, let me just turn these around for you. Now, if you notice with the pants, sisters, where we cut, there's one side that is, of course, hemmed. But the other side where we cut is not hemmed. It's frayed, because that's where we cut. So what we're going to have to do before we get into pinning any fabric on here is we're going to have to make a hem. Because you don't want to have this loose fabric out like this. It's going to, as you can see, it's going to fray. And we can't have that. So I'm going to show you how you can make a hem. You're going to turn the pants inside out. Lay them on your board. Lay them this way. Okay. As you can see, this is what we're looking at here. That needs to be hemmed. What you're going to do is take your iron. You're going to start at the bottom. And all you're going to do is fold it over like that. Very simple. And as you fold it over, you're going to take your iron and you're going to place it on that fold. And you're going to just work your way up. Now, I already did this, so it's already kind of folded, but when I do the other side, you'll get more of an idea how to do it. Folding and ironing as you go up. That's all you do. I'll show you how to do the other side. Here we go, our other side. As you can see, sisters, a lot goes into sewing. It's more than just sitting down at a machine. The actual sewing doesn't really take long at all. I mean, when you're sewing, you pretty much are doing a simple straight stitch. It's all the prep work that goes before the sewing that takes the energy. So, I'm going to fold this over, make a crease, put my iron on there, and as I'm working up, I'm just folding it over. It's a little tricky, but it's not hard. And you want to hold it on the iron on there so you get a nice fold. The steam really helps to set it in. There we go. Okay, rolling along here. So now we can turn these inside, the right side back. And we got our nice little hem there. Anytime you're sewing, you can't have any frayed edges of your clothing, because what will happen is that it will rip, it will fray, and all your hard work will go down the tube. And we don't want that. Plus, we don't want raggedy looking clothes. We want clothes that are handmade, but we don't want them raggedy. All right. Now, when we turn them back over, we're probably going to have a little notch here from where we cut the crouch. So I'm just going to get my scissors. And we're going to get rid of that. All you want to do is cut it, oops, like this. I mean, you may not have it depending on how you cut it, but if you do have it, just got to get rid of that. Okay, now the next step is very important, the pinning. And when I first started sewing, I hated pinning. Pinning I thought was just a complete waste of time. It can be time consuming, but you will appreciate pinning your fabric when you actually get to sewing it. Because when you start sewing that fabric, sisters, if you don't have it pinned, it's going to bunch up and you're going to just have to keep doing it over and over and over. So take the time to pin. Let's see here. So I'm going to show you how to pin this. It's not hard. It's just something I don't like to do. Okay. Just going to walk over here and get my pins. Now, for pinning, you'll need pins that look like this. You can buy them craft store, Joann's. You want to make sure they have the plastic ball on the end because that's going to keep the fabric from the pin from slipping out. You don't want to use safety pins. You got to get stick pins. So we have the pants inside out, and we're going to get our first piece of fabric. Those nice triangles that you guys cut out. Now, depending on the fabric you have, you want to make sure, because we're pinning this on the inside of the pants. You want to make sure that whatever is the front side